It has patrolled the oceans for over 400 million years. Long before the dinosaurs, it was already a perfect hunter, silent, powerful, and almost unchanged. This is the great white shark, and it may be the most misunderstood animal on the planet. To the movies, it is a mindless monster, a machine built only to kill. But the truth is far stranger and far more incredible than any legend, because this is not a monster. It is one of evolution's greatest masterpieces. A fully grown great white can stretch over 6 meters long and weigh more than 2 tons. That is longer than a car and heavier than a small truck, yet it moves through the water with the grace of a bird gliding through air. Look, the belly is pure white. This is called countershading. From above, it vanishes against the dark deep. From below, it disappears into the bright surface. It is camouflage perfected. Then there is the mouth. Behind the front row of teeth lie row after row after row, waiting. A great white can have 300 teeth at once, and across its lifetime, it will grow and lose tens of thousands of them. Each tooth is a triangular blade, its edges serrated like a steak knife. They are not built for chewing. They are built to grip and to slice clean through flesh, blubber, and bone in a single, devastating bite. But here is a surprise. A shark has no bones at all. Its entire skeleton is made of cartilage, the same flexible material inside your ear. This makes it lighter and far more bendable than a creature built of bone ever could be. And keep swimming to force water over their gills and breathe. To rest is to suffocate. From the moment it is born until the moment it dies, the great white is in constant, endless motion. For most of the day it cruises slowly, saving energy. But when it attacks, it can explode forward at over 50 kilometers an hour. And unlike most fish, it is partly warm-blooded, keeping its muscles hot so they can fire with sudden, ferocious power. Off the coast of South Africa, this power becomes legend. A seal swims near the surface. Below, in the gloom, a shadow rises. The shark strikes from directly beneath, hitting so hard it launches its entire body clear out of the water. This is the breach. This is the great white's signature. It hangs deep, looking up, watching for the silhouette of prey against the bright ceiling of the sea. Then it climbs, invisible and vertical, and delivers one massive strike before the victim ever knows it is there. Its favorite, rich in the fat it needs to fuel that warm, hungry body. A great white does not hunt for sport. It hunts to survive, and a single large meal can sustain it for many days, even weeks. What makes it such a flawless hunter is not just muscle. It is a body wrapped in senses we can barely imagine. Its sense of smell is extraordinary. It can detect a single drop of blood diffused through an enormous volume of water and track it from far away. Around its snout are hundreds of tiny pores called the ampullae of Lorenzini. They detect electricity. Every heartbeat, every twitching muscle of a living creature gives off a faint electrical field. To the shark, a hiding animal is not hidden at all. It glows. Down each side of its body runs a line of sensors that feel movement. A struggling fish, a splashing swimmer, a wounded seal, all send out pressure waves through the water. The great white feels them ripple across its skin like a distant drumbeat. Its eyes, but in the final instant of an attack, it does something haunting. It rolls its eyes back into its head to protect them. For that last split second, it strikes completely blind, trusting only its other senses. Great whites are travelers. Tracking has revealed individuals crossing entire oceans, swimming thousands of kilometers between continents. Some gather in the open Pacific at a mysterious spot scientists call the White Shark Cafe, for reasons we still do not fully understand. They follow rules. Instead of fighting, they measure one another, and the larger shark usually wins the right of way. It is a quiet, size-based order that avoids the wounds a real battle would cost them both. Their greatest weakness is time. A female may not be ready to reproduce until she is over 30 years old. After a long pregnancy, she gives birth to just a handful of pups, and inside the womb, the strongest have already eaten the weaker eggs to grow. But it receives no protection, no lessons, nothing. From its very first second, it is utterly alone and must hunt to survive. Most will never reach adulthood. The ocean is merciless to the young. And yet, for all this wonder, one story rewrote how the world sees them. In 1975, a film about a killer shark terrified a generation. Beaches emptied. Fear exploded. Overnight, the great white became the monster of our nightmares. Entire world, sharks kill only a handful of people in an average year. You are far more likely to be killed by a falling coconut or a bee. The ocean's great villain, statistically, barely touches us at all, because humans are not on the menu. Scientists believe most bites are a case of mistaken identity. From below, a surfer on a board looks heartbreakingly like a seal. The shark takes one exploratory bite, realizes its error, and very often simply lets go and swims away. And intelligent. They investigate new objects, recognize patterns, and even seem to show distinct personalities. This is not a robot of teeth and instinct. It is a thinking, learning animal, quietly studying its world. Apex predator, the great white keeps everything below it in balance. It removes the sick and the weak and stops any single species from exploding out of control. A sea with sharks is a healthy sea. Year, humans kill an estimated 100 million sharks for their fins, out of fear, or by accident in vast fishing nets. A creature that survived 5 mass extinctions is being erased in a few short decades. Slowly and breeding so rarely, their numbers collapse far faster than they can ever recover. In many seas, great white populations have already fallen to a fraction of what they once were. The silence beneath the waves is growing, and when an apex predator vanishes, the whole system unravels. Prey species boom, then crash. Reefs and fisheries collapse in a chain reaction that ripples all the way down. Losing the great white would not just cost us a shark, it could wound the ocean itself. But the story is turning. Around the world, the monster is becoming something to protect. Researchers tag and follow them. Divers swim beside them in awe, and slowly, our fear is giving way to respect for what these animals truly are. Written into a single, perfect predator. The great white shark was never the villain of our story. It was the guardian of the sea. And now, after all this time, its future rests in the most unlikely of hands, ours.